Hello, my dear friends. Today we're talking about decluttering and decluttering specifically rooms in our clutter stop where we're just doing a big perusal of the home, and decluttering paper clutter or little clutter, little things that make up clutter. So what I want you to think of when you're going through, I was saying this to one of my clients the other day, and I used a term that isn't used this way, but it fits perfectly, and that's look for the Easter eggs. Obviously, we're not looking for a purple, pink, green, blue, or yellow Easter egg, but we're looking for something just as valuable as it is to a child when they're Easter egg hunting, all right? So it's also not something hidden in a painting or hidden in volumes where you have to look for something that's exciting. It is exciting, but this has to do with finding the things that you really need to be getting out of this clutter and using your big, beautiful brain that God gave you to direct you through all of this stuff so that you are not overthinking each piece that you pull out. When you pull out a piece out of a box or a stack of paper and you go through it and you say, oh, this is an explanation of benefits from my insurance company. That's important. I need to keep it, despite the fact that it's from 3 years ago and something that was paid for long ago. So if it's not something that is, use your brain and let it direct you, you don't need to keep those things. Unless there was some problem, you don't need to keep them. And even if you accidentally threw them away, you can call for replacement. If it's something you ended up needing, it's not a problem. So what I want you to do is go through very quickly when you're going through your paper so that you don't waste all your time. Remember, your time is valuable. And if you're a homemaker, your time should be spent doing other things, like making your home lovely, or entertaining your children, or teaching your children, or making yourself rested and in good shape. So it's important that you don't spend every minute of every day being a perfectionist, going through every little thing, because how has that been serving you? How has it been serving you? Not so well, or you wouldn't be here probably listening to this. You might be, but being a perfectionist is painful because it's never perfect. And even if you do get it what you think is perfect, an area perfect, then you want to put sirens around it and barriers around it and keep everyone out of it and say, don't breathe in this room, don't drop things in this room, don't walk through this room because you'll mess it up. That's no way to be. What we want is a streamlined home. That means that you can walk in your home, you can breathe in your home, there aren't a million things everywhere, and you know exactly where things are. So if you come into your home and you say, okay, I need to put my purse away, your brain is doing this in microseconds. Where does it go? In my home, it goes in my closet to the left on the bottom. That's where it goes. Where do the scissors go? Well, I have two kinds of scissors. Kitchen scissors go in the top drawer in the middle of my kitchen on the right. House scissors go in the left drawer on the top, which is my junk drawer. They go right here on the right. So it's interesting that they're both on the right, maybe because Larry and I are both right-handed, I don't know, but that's where they are. So where are the batteries? Where are the paper towels? Where are the pillowcases? You know, everything has a place. Where's your extra toothpaste, if you have any? Everything should have a place in your home. If you don't know what's in something, it's probably majority of that is junk, but you still need to go through it because you never know. If you're like me, you know, you have something in your hand and we don't know that we've opened our hand and let it go. And then we go back and say, why are my earrings on the floor? I've been looking for those for 3 weeks. Well, that's because our earrings were bothering us. We took them off. We walked to the bedroom with intentions of putting them in our jewelry box or in our dish or wherever it is we keep them in. Something distracted us. We put it on the edge of the bedside table to look at this something else without knowing we opened our hand. Then something else pushed it off. When you got that book or whatever that night, it pushed it off and now they're on the floor. And that's where they stayed for 3 weeks and you couldn't find them. I actually found a pair of rosaries in my junk drawer, and I know exactly where my rosaries go. So even though we try to put things where they go, they don't always make it there because we have this tendency, those of us who are sidetracked, have a tendency to put things where they don't go. And that's why we really need to do a clutter stop and go through our house every day and say, what's laying around here. I can tell you I probably had my rosary in my hand, opened the drawer because my husband probably asked me a question when I was on my way to put them next to my jewelry box on my dresser where they live. And my husband probably said, hey babe, can you get me a battery or whatever? And I said, sure. Opened the drawer. Didn't know I opened my hand, got the battery bag, opened it up. Do you want A's or C's? Got him his A's, zipped it back, closed the drawer. Never thought about my rosaries again until the next morning when I wanted to say my rosary and it was gone. And I was sad because I've had them for a long time and they're beautiful and they give me comfort. And I found them, I guess it's been 3 weeks. They've been in the junk drawer. And even when you open the junk drawer for other things, you don't really see them because there's lots of things in the junk drawer. Even though they're organized in Ziploc baggies, they kind of drifted in there. So, yeah, I don't know. Just saying, look for the Easter eggs. So if I was looking through my papers and I said, oh, here's my passport. Yay, that's an Easter egg. All this other junk, old bills, trash mail, old birthday cards, all that stuff is just trash at this point. You enjoyed it for the time being, and now it's no longer anything that you think about. If you think it is, think to yourself, how many times have I said, where is that piece of junk mail? I really want to look at that. I need to tell my sister about that junk mail. It's very unlikely. Most of the time it's just junk mail. So let it go. If somebody sends you a birthday card and you feel sentimental about it, remember that you got 15, maybe 15 birthday cards on that day, or 3 or whatever, and it was 15 years ago. And even if that person's passed away, you can look at it and say, she was such a sweetheart, or he was such a darling. I loved him so much, and then throw it away. Because you don't even know that it's in there. That's my point. And if it's taking up room, it and a million other things, you don't have a place to put the things that are laying around because all this junk is taking up your drawers. So, I'm not saying you have to get rid of all your birthday cards. It's not what I'm saying at all. I'm saying use your big, beautiful brain and make a quick decision. Do not overthink this. You're looking for Easter eggs, beautiful little Easter eggs. So if you find a $5 bill, that's an Easter egg. If you find a title to your car, that's an Easter egg. These things need to be filed away. That's why every week when our mail comes in, actually every day when our mail comes in, we throw the trash mail away. And I'm telling you, if it's a special deal on a special thing and you think, oh, that sounds great, let me ask you this. Did you say to yourself, I really need to get X thing done? I wish I could find a deal on it. And it came in the mail? I mean, it could. You could say, I want to have my carpets cleaned. And oh, here's one for $100. It came in today, 3 rooms. Yay, I'm going to call them. But if it's not something on your radar, throw it away. Don't save it because it's going to expire, number one. And number two, you'll never find it in all that paper. Okay, never say never, but you know what I mean. All right, so we're getting rid of everything. We're looking for Easter eggs. Even your underwear drawer, if it's just jammed with socks and underwear and bras and I don't know, all the other stuff that you might have in your underwear drawer, you're looking for Easter eggs, which are the good things that you look good in, feel good in, they fit you, and they suit your environment. Those are the Easter eggs. You're keeping those. All the rest are throwaway or giveaway, depending on what it is, or put away if it's off season. Maybe you have long johns in there. I don't know, I live in Florida, but whatever. You're looking for Easter eggs, okay? So look for the Easter eggs in your paper clutter and in your decluttering in your house. When you're looking around in your house and you're picking things up, don't say, oh, this article in our I don't know, bulletin from church is in this. Even though I read it and I already called Mary Sue and told her I saw her son in that, I think I should keep it and give it to her. No, you don't need to keep it and give it to her. Mary Sue has one. Throw it away. Throw it away. Don't overthink this. Let your brain do the work in nanoseconds. Don't waste time. You're looking for Easter eggs. You're looking for things that are really important that need to be put away. All right, I hope that helped give you a different visualization on how to go through papers and things so that you don't waste so much time going through them. Have a wonderful day, and always remember to be beautiful because you are beautiful.